Hello, welcome to yet another video from Transformational Journals. This is too difficult for me to handle. I don't know how to get it done. The time available to get this done is too little. The resources available are limited. I don't know how am I going to get it done. What if it turns out to be not as well as expected? What if I'm seen as ineffective? There are these thoughts and many more that some of us, in fact most of us, have dealt with or we deal it on a regular basis. Two elements: the frequency of such thoughts and the intensity thereof. Where do these thoughts originate from? They usually originate from suddenness of a situation. No matter how well prepared we are, most of the situations in lives that we deal with are the ones we are least prepared for. And even if one is prepared for a situation, the suddenness of the situation can trigger these thought processes. The second is the size of the task. The size of the ask could create a feeling of being overwhelmed, and hence these thought processes. The self-belief of whether I'm good enough, would I be able to do justice to it? So there's situation on one end and there is a feeling of being overwhelmed. And right between these two is a very thin line on which a thought process originates. It is so quick and so fast that we tend to usually miss that. The feeling of overwhelm or being overwhelmed does not come from the situation, but it comes from the thought process and the thought that we have had when we experience the trigger or the situation, so as to say. Now, these feeling of emotion of being overwhelmed manifest differently in different people. One of it could be indecisiveness, not being able to take decisions in business and personal lives, inaction. I don't know where to start from. So one is looking at, let's say, making 100 call out to customers in a 2 days period of time. That's a tough task, but it's a good idea to start with the first 5. Pick the first 5, make them a call, because 1% is better than 0%. And cumulatively 1% has far bigger a result than 0% will ever have. For some people it could lead to hyperactivity, to prove to oneself that they are taking action that ought to be taken, but most of these actions being irrelevant and hence ineffective. This leads to lower morale. It does manifest in lower morale, lower confidence level, but it results into far bigger challenges, and the issues are much larger. Let's look at three areas which get impacted. One of the result is inability to process information. There are too many variables at play, and one finds it very difficult to process information, leading to inaction. I don't know where to start from. There's so much to do. It results into serious repercussions on personal relationships and professional relationships. Now, is there a way to handle it? There is definitely a simple process to handle it. First is to tell self not to attempt everything together. Second is to break them into the tasks into smaller elements. Identify the ones that are critical and important and ought to be done first in line. Attempt those. And always remember, 1% is better than 0%. Keep distractions at bay. You know the best what distracts you at work or in your personal life. What distracts you to spend quality time with your family, and on an office, what stops you from doing productive work. Keep them at bay. And the most important, if at all the intensity and frequency, you would take that as H, which is high in number and high in intensity. Go and talk to people who are experienced, who've been there, done it. But do ensure that you club expertise along with experience, because efficiency and productivity and results will emanate from experience, guidance from experience and expertise put together. Hope this video is of help. Thank you for patiently listening. Thank you.